Imagine this. You've spent weeks, maybe even months, carefully putting together your survival kit. You watch the videos. You read the blogs. You followed every checklist you could find online. And yet, when the moment comes, the real emergency, you open that bag and realize you made one fatal mistake. A mistake so simple, yet so devastating, that it could ruin your entire plan and cost you everything. Most people don't realize this, but the number one mistake, the one mistake that destroys more survival kits than anything else, is assuming that a one-size-fits-all approach actually works. It doesn't. Not even close. Your environment, your family, your health, your skills, your region, all these variables matter. And yet, thousands, no? Millions of people are walking around right now with kits that are utterly useless for their situation. Think about it. A kit designed for someone living in the cold forests of Alaska won't save a man stranded in the scorching deserts of Nevada. A kit perfect for a single young man won't work for a family of 4 with 2 small kids. The mistake, the fatal mistake, is copying someone else's kit, assuming it's good enough, and never truly asking, is this kit designed for me? Let me ask you something. Have you actually opened your kit recently? Have you checked the batteries, the water, the food? Do you even remember what's inside? Because here's the harsh truth. Most people don't. They build their kit once, tuck it away in the garage, and forget about it. Then, when disaster strikes, when the power's out, when the roads are closed, when panic sets in, that's when they realize the food expired 2 years ago. The battery's corroded. The flashlight doesn't even turn on. And if you think that's bad, it gets worse. There's another mistake, a hidden one, that destroys survival kits without you ever realizing. It's the assumption that gear will save you. Let me be blunt. Gear without skill is dead weight. Having a ferro rod means nothing if you've never used it. Owning a water filter won't help if you don't even know how to assemble it. A tourniquet sitting in your bag won't save a life if you freeze under pressure because you never practiced. You see, most people think survival is about stuff. It's not. Survival is about knowledge, about mindset, about preparation. Your kit is a tool, not a solution. Without the skills, without the training, without the reality check, that kit becomes nothing more than expensive junk. And now, let's talk about the one item, the one resource that most people underestimate: water. You've probably heard the rule, 3 days without water and you're done. But what if I told you, most survival kits are woefully underprepared for water emergencies? Sure, you might have bottled water, maybe a filter, maybe some iodine tablets. But what happens when that runs out? What happens when you're stuck for 5 days, 10 days, maybe more? Without the ability to collect, filter, and store water, your odds plummet. Right now, pause and ask yourself, does my kit have more than one method to purify water? Can I collect it? Can I filter it? Can I boil it? If you hesitated, that's a problem. And here's the brutal reality. It's not just water. How about shelter? Do you have the means to stay warm in freezing temperatures? To stay cool in blistering heat? Most kids throw in a thin Mylar blanket and call it shelter. That's a joke. A Mylar blanket buys you minutes of warmth, not hours, not overnight. Now let's get uncomfortable. Medical supplies. Do you have the gear, and more importantly, the knowledge, to stop a serious bleed? Because in a real emergency, it won't be a minor cut. It'll be someone falling, a broken leg, a deep gash, an allergic reaction, and that $2 first aid kit from Walmart won't save you. And speaking of reactions, here's where most kits completely fail. Medications. If you, your kids, your spouse rely on prescription meds, is that reflected in your kit? Because when the pharmacies close, when the supply chains collapse, your survival clock starts ticking. Now listen, I know this can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. If you want to check whether your kit is actually prepared, whether it's designed for your reality, not some generic checklist, I've put together a free guide. It walks you step by step through the essentials most people forget: how to audit your kit and how to correct the critical mistakes. You'll find the link to that guide pinned in the comments. Go check it out after this video, because trust me, this one thing alone could save your life. Let's keep going, because we're not done. You ever think about communication? Power goes out, cell towers go down. How do you get information? How do you call for help? How do you know where the danger zones are, or the evacuation routes? If you don't have a crank radio, or a satellite communicator, or even simple walkie-talkies, you're blind. And in an emergency, blind means vulnerable. Now let's talk about something even fewer people think about: morale. Yeah, that's right. Mental health. In the middle of a disaster, stress kills. Panic kills. Despair kills. You need to have things in your kit, not just for survival, but for sanity. A deck of cards, a journal, comfort snacks for the kids. Because keeping your mind steady could be the difference between making smart decisions or freezing and paying the price. Another massive oversight: important documents, IDs, medical records, insurance papers, stored securely in waterproof bags. Because when you lose everything, you're going to need proof of who you are, proof of ownership, proof for authorities. Without it, you're starting from zero. And what about money? Digital systems go down fast in emergencies. No credit cards, no Venmo, no banks. Cold, hard cash in small denominations. That's what gets you gas. That's what gets you food. That's what gets you out. You see, the mistake isn't just about missing gear. It's about failing to think it through. Failing to realize that survival isn't just about food and fire. It's about water, shelter, health, communication, documents, transportation, and yes, even morale. And let me hit you with one more truth bomb. Your kit is only as good as the last time you checked it. If it's been sitting in your closet for 3 years, it's useless. Food goes bad, batteries die, gear degrades, skills fade. If you aren't reviewing, maintaining, and practicing, you aren't prepared. Period. So, don't make this mistake. Don't let this simple but catastrophic error ruin your survival kit forever. Check it, update it, practice with it. Make it yours, not someone else's idea of preparedness. Your life and the lives of those you love depend on it. And hey, if you want the checklist, the real checklist, not the one floating around the internet, the one built from experience, tested, brutal, honest, I left it for you in the comments. Click the link, download it, go through it, because the worst day of your life should never be the day you realize you weren't ready.